I I am Dr. Jatin, a radiation oncologist at Jupiter Hospital, Pune. So I'll be taking lectures on physics and radiobiology. Um, so let's begin. The concept of radiobiology today. What we are going to take is time, dose, and fractionation. Uh, this slide PPT is courtesy Dr. Siddharth Laskar, my mentor, my guide at Tata. So um, I would like to have this as an interactive session. So, so very this lecture is dedicated towards more towards first years than seniors. Uh, so time, dose, and fractionation. These are very important concepts because in radiation therapy, the what we deal with is giving radiation to tumor and minimizing that to the adjoining normal tissue. So, different aspects. Clinical oncology deals with what to give and when to give, rather than what to give, when to give radiation. Physics deals with how to give and what to give. And radiobiology deals with why to give. Okay, so this is how I interpret the different subjects of radiation therapy. Now, for example, there is a head neck case. Okay, case of CA left buccal mucosa post op PT3 PN1 SCC DOI 1.2 centimeters. Okay, LVI PNI present, level 1B involved with PNE. So what is the management of this case?
Concurrent RT.
Concurrent RT. Will you give chemotherapy?
Yeah, Yeni is present. So
So please make it full screen. Okay. CTRT, yes. Okay. See, but it's a single node.
but Yeni present or margin positive is
Correct. Yes, ENE present and margin positive is an indication for adjuvant CTRT. Very true. So this is clinical oncology. Way to give radiation in case of radiation will be given in T3 and above, then DOI, great DOI, and adverse features, node positive. So these are indications for radiation. Indications for chemo, medicine, margin positive, and ENE. Now I would be going into the discussion of evidence. Though evidence is important, but evidence is important if and only if you use well the correct management. If you are not able to tell that regain is indicated, you won't be able to tell what is the evidence. Okay. So please, from your exam perspective, first focus on the indications, then on the evidence. Okay. You can pass your exams without evidence. Yes.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but your voice is breaking, sir. We can't
Okay.
hear anything. Can you please repeat the indications of radiation from that part only?
Okay. Sure. We'll do that. Yeah, what I was saying, indications of adjuvant RT is T3 and above, node positive, adverse features, which includes DOI greater than some say 0.5, some say 1 centimeter, LVI, PNI, margin positive. Okay, for chemo, as you all know, it is ENE and the reason why I'm saying all this that indications you need to know where RT is indicated and where chemo is indicated, rather contraindicated. So evidence you may or may not know. You can pass exams without knowing the evidence, but you will definitely not pass the exams if you don't know the indication. Evidence is the key points to excellent exam. Remember that. Okay. Am I audible or still my voice is breaking?
The voice is breaking.
Uh, One sec. For everyone or only from some?
It's for everyone, sir.
Okay. One sec. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
You're audible, sir.
Hello. Okay. So I guess everyone can hear me now because I can't hear anyone else.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Okay. So what I was saying that you should know clinical oncology from the perspective of indications, when RT is indicated, when chemo is indicated, all those stuff. But evidence, if you know, it's great. If you don't know, that's okay. Yes, but some of the key evidences are important that you should know. Okay, but in your vivas, the question will go on evidence if and only if you know the indications. Now moving ahead to the next part. Can anyone will tell me how will you treat it? How will you treat? Now you have decided that you want to give radiation to this patient. So for how you will treat it, you have to mention I will treat the left face and neck to a dose of 60 gray in 30 fractions, respecting normal tissue tolerance with appropriate technique. So if it is a cobalt or conventional technique, then you will use left anterolateral wedged portals with shrinking technique. And if you're using 3D CRT or IMRT, you will draw your volumes 1 PTV high risk and low risk. High risk receiving 60 and low risk up to 50 gray, 50 to 54 gray. Now, coming to the important part, why 60 gray? Why not 70 gray? Why 30? Why is 2 gray per fraction? Why not 1 gray per fraction? Why not 60 gray in single fraction? To answer all these questions, we have radiobiology. Means the main purpose of doing what we are doing. Okay, for why some tumors require 70 gray, some tumors require 50 gray. Like breast may current standard what we give 40 gray in 15 fractions, followed by boost in case of BCS. Why 14, 15? Why not 16, 30? To answer all these questions, we have radiobiology. Okay. So starting this PPT again, thanking Dr. Siddharth Laskar, my guide, who is one of the, I guess everyone here knows him, and I'm lucky to have him as my PG guide. Okay. So okay. Differential radio sensitivity. I'll be reading all the slides. If there are any doubts, please stop me. Differential radio sensitivity. Different cells and tissues exhibit different radio sensitivity, even though irradiated under standard conditions. Mutations of genes may also lead to altered radio sensitivity. Example, ataxia telangiectasia, Bloom syndrome, etc., where D0 is 0.5 gray as compared to most other cultured cells of having a D0 of 2 gray. Now here there are two important words, radio sensitivity and D0. Can anyone tell what is these two terms? Okay, very good. Yes. Okay. Savio and Amia has answered correctly. Yes. And what is radio sensitivity? See, radio sensitivity in simple terms, number of cells killed due to radiation. Okay. And D0 is radiation required to reduce the surviving fraction to 37%. Now, always have this curious mind. Why 37%? 37% इतना खास क्यों है? Why not 50%? Why not 100%? Why 37%? Regarding this, we will discuss when we will do cell survival curves. Okay, if anyone knows the answer, this is your what do you call it, assignment, or rather take home question. Why 37%? Why not 50%? Why not 100%? Okay. So radio sensitivity is number of cells killed due to radiation. So higher the radio sensitivity, higher the number of cells killed. Okay. So in simpler words, if I give 100 grays to cell type A, which contains 100 colonies, after giving 100 gray, 10 cells are remaining. Now I'm giving the same to cell type B, which also has 100 colonies. Now in this, 20 cells are remaining. Okay. Now which cell type is more radiosensitive? Okay. Okay. If cell type A is more, is this information adequate to assess about radiosensitivity? Or any other information would you like to know? Okay, so Aradhya is saying no. So why, what other information would you need to decide?
The time after which.
Okay, okay, very good. Yes. What fraction and what time? Correct. If the fraction and time are same, then means I have given 100 gray in single fraction over 5 minutes to both cell type A, cell type B. Then A is more sensitive. Correct. Very good. Okay. And now if I have given 100 gray over 10 fractions at 10 gray per fraction over 10 days, and I have given 100 grays and a single fraction over 5 minutes, then exactly. Very good. Yes, you would need BED. So are there any first years in the group who are not understanding what is BED, what is, because I'm asking this so that I can make the explanation even more simpler. So are there any first years? Okay. So if you guys, Aisha, if you guys don't understand anything, Aisha, Saili, please prompt so that I can make it more simpler, because I truly empathize with all the first years because it was very difficult. You have to, the concepts is very important. Okay. So if you don't understand anything, even if it is very simple thing that what is BED, all those things, please ask. Okay. So now moving ahead. Coming to the 5 R's of radiotherapy, the biological factors that influence the response of normal and neoplastic tissues are as follows: repair, reassortment, repopulation, reoxygenation, and radiosensitivity. The above factors form the basis of fractionated radiotherapy. Fractionation spares normal tissues because of repair of a sublethal dose, between dose fractions, and repopulation of cells. And fractionation increases damage to the tumor because of reoxygenation and reassortment of cells into radiosensitive phases of cycle between fractions. Okay, so for this slide, again, the concepts. So first we discussed was cell survival curves, another entire topic in itself. The second is 5 R's of radiobiology. Very important question. These two, very important from exam point of view and also from concept point of view. Okay, the pillars of concepts of radiobiology are based entirely on these two. So the 5 R's, repair, and another important is DNA damage and DNA repair. All these topics are in radiobiology hall textbook. I recommend that please read that textbook. Beautifully explained all these concepts. Okay. So in this slide, the important points are: understand all these things: repair, reassortment, repopulation, reoxygenation, radiosensitivity. Fractionation, we'll discuss more about different fractionation schedules, different types of damage, sublethal, potentially lethal damage, and lethal damage. So different types of damage. These are radiation induced damages, either sublethal damage, potentially lethal damage, and lethal damage. I request any of the first years to tell the answers for this. What is sublethal, what is potentially lethal, and what is lethal damage? Yeah. So somebody has raised hand. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Okay. So if you don't know, just say no, it's okay. I don't expect first years to know. So anybody else who can answer this? What is sublethal damage, potentially lethal damage, and lethal damage? Okay. Okay. Yes. Good. So as correctly mentioned, sublethal can be repaired. Now, the concept of fractionation came because if you're giving high dose to radiation, you have tumor cells and you have normal cells. You want tumor cells to be killed, normal cells to be saved, to be protected. Tumor cells, tumor cell killing will lead to tumor control, and normal cell killing will lead to side effects. So we want to increase tumor cell killing and decrease normal cell killing. So the ratio of tumor control probability to probability of side effects is called as it's called as correct therapeutic ratio. So any treatment fractionation improves therapeutic ratio mainly by both improving tumor control probability and reducing side effects. The accepted tumor control is more than 95% and side effect probability is less than 5%. Okay, so remember that. So how fractionation helps, we will see ahead. Okay, see, for normal tissues, a fractionation spares because of repair of the sublethal damage that has happened between the fractionations and cell repopulation. Okay, for this, we'll take the example of skin. You're giving radiation, desquamation is happening. As soon as between the fractions, skin multiply again, repopulation, and also the damage that has happened is repaired. Fractionation increases damage to the tumor because of reoxygenation and reassortment of cells into radiosensitive phases of the cell cycle. Now, the next question, which are the radiosensitive phases of the cell cycle? See, my lecture is gonna be very interactive and it's gonna be like this. I'll be asking questions because that gives me an idea where we are. Yes, G2M. Can you tell me according all the phases as per the radio sensitivity from highest to lowest? Correct. Good. Now somebody else also raised a hand. What am I supposed to do? Then how am I supposed to? Okay. So okay. See, this is the diagram. Okay. So I am ignoring the raised hand. If there is any queries, please ask or uh, ping in the chat. Okay. Now see between the hours between doses. Okay. In this graph, you will see because of the repair, the survival fraction is increasing. Because of reassortment to the or reassortment or redistribution to the cell radiosensitive phases of the cell cycle, cell fraction again decreases. Again, because of repopulation, it is increasing. Okay. Cell survival curves for mammalian cell are presented by plotting the dose on a linear scale and surviving fraction on a logarithmic scale. The dose response curve has an initial linear slope followed by a shoulder. At higher doses, the curve tends to straighten again. Data are fitted into a linear quadratic function. There are two components of cell killing, one proportional to the dose, alpha D, and the other proportional to the square of the dose. To understand this proportional to the dose and other proportional to the square of the dose, you have to understand how radiation causes DNA damage. There is one direct damage and there is indirect. Direct when the photons or any particulate radiation hits the DNA directly, causing DNA breaks. And I like to type it so that for record what all things I have said. So radiation induced DNA damage can be direct when the radiation hits directly and causes DNA breaks, and indirect when radiation interacts with cell molecules resulting in ion radicals. These radicals go inside the nucleus and cause DNA damage or DNA breaks. Okay, so tell me which one will be more damaging, direct or indirect? And to use an analogy, I want to kill X XYZ person. One, I go directly shoot that guy. B, I hire a mercenary or an assassin. I pay that person and I ask that person to kill that guy. Which one is more damaging or more reliable? Yes, direct. Because you're directly seeing, I'm directly killing that person, so I know what I have done. But if I'm hiring someone, so the amount required may be more because I have to first, if I have to kill, the resources required will be just I need a bullet or a knife for whatever murder weapon I use. But if I'm hiring someone for, I have to pay that person. So extra. So from that analogy, if you use, In direct action, the dose, it is directly proportional to the dose, and in indirect, it is proportional to the square of the dose. You require more dose to produce the same level of DNA damage. Okay. Understood? Okay. This concept of alpha D and beta D square, very, very important. So this is the schematic diagram of the same LQ model, linear quadratic model, where on x-axis the dose is plotted as a linear scale, and on the y-axis it is quadratic, sorry, as a surviving fraction or logarithmic scale. So it is a log linear plot of the surviving fraction, where the, the cell kill is either due to direct damage or via radicals produce, those radicals causing directly to d square. Okay, so the total cell kill is effect of this plus this. So this is another cell. So these both are taken from the Hall textbook chapter cell survival curves. Okay, I urge you all to read this chapter. So next, when we take our next session, and whosoever is coordinating, and Naveen is coordinating, no? So means I would like to keep this Thursday fixed for me, morning 7 to 8. So if this possible, so we can take it from where we leave today. So this, the next session, I would like you all to read this chapter. Now coming to value of alpha by beta. Alpha is the component of cell killing proportional to the dose. Beta is the component of cell killing proportional to the square of the dose. Therefore, alpha by beta is the dose at which the linear and quadratic component of cell killing are equal. Okay, so this is another thing, alpha and beta, to represent the direct and indirect. So the total cell kill is, I'm using A for alpha, dose plus beta D square. So if the cell kill due to alpha D is equal to beta D square, then the dose at which both are equal is given by the ratio of alpha by beta. A very important term to understand: cells having high alpha by beta. Okay, one sec, let me just put it like this. A or alpha represents radiosensitivity, beta represents repair. Okay, means beta represents not directly repair, because beta killing is indirect, so in form of radicals, right? So there is a scope of repair. So now, like I use that analogy, if I am going and killing that person directly and I'm sending someone, now if you guys came to know of my plan that I'm killing XYZ person via an assassin, you can stop that assassin, you can stop that person, you can protect that person. But in case I'm going and directly killing without telling anyone, so can you stop that person from dying? No. Similarly, alpha killing, more damaging, more radiosensitivity. Beta killing, there is a scope of repair. Okay, so cells having high alpha by beta ratio are more radiosensitive, whereas low ratio are show high repair. Not usually normal tissues are considered to have an alpha by beta ratio of 3, and tumor cells are considered for an alpha by beta ratio of 10. So these are for different tissues the examples or ratio of value of various alpha by beta. I request you all to read this and memorize this. Very important. This will give you an idea. See, if you see acute responding tissues have a higher value, late responding tissues have a lower value, and tumors also have a high. Some tumors have a very low alpha by beta. Okay. One sec, let me see. I would like to stop today at this. From tomorrow, as in on next Thursday, we'll start with this dose responses, early and late responding tissues, and then we'll go on to different time dose parameters and fractionation. Okay, I am taking these topics at a slow pace because they are very important for you all to grasp the tissue. Okay, so next Thursday I would like to take, and if there is any issues, please feel free to contact me on my WhatsApp. I'm always available. Thank you all. Okay, any doubts, anything, please feel free to contact me. Any doubts till now, whatever I have said? I would like to Thursday morning 7 to 8. Maybe we can have this twice if you guys are not bored from me. Okay, very well. So for this week, we'll have again tomorrow. So let's fix it. I would like to have it on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Means those my mornings are free, 7 to 8. So we'll have next Tuesday. Tuesday and Thursday every week, 7 to 8. So you will get time to read the chapters. Okay, Tuesday and Thursday, 7 to 8, radio biology. Let's keep it fixed. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thrice will be a bit too much, Aradhya. Trust me, radio biology is not that interesting. Yeah, but if you guys have any doubts, please feel free to contact me. Please read. Things will get more interesting, and I will be very more. I would love that first years also do it. No, we'll have directly on Monday. Sorry, Tuesday. Somebody asked for my number. This is my number. So you can WhatsApp me anytime. Chalo. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.